for my question, I asked, how do daily integration of math activities impact student weekly computation scores? This school, it was in an urban setting. We were nice in the woods, beautiful scenery going into the school. So I enjoyed that every morning. I had a total of 486 students in the school. In the school, it ranged from kindergarten to 6th grade. Of those 486 students, 248 of them qualified for free lunch. 56 were on reduced lunch. So we were a very low school, and the kids, like, they look at you and they know that they don't have any money. So that's always hurting. 478 of the students were white, 4 Asian Pacific Islander, 1 Hispanic, 4 Black, and 1, 2 or more races. Classroom setting. I was placed in a 3rd grade classroom with 17 wonderful little students that had no self-confidence. Every single one of them lacks that. 8 boys and 9 girls. And the reason why I have 17 up there because our class size is actually 16. We have adopted a boy into our classroom for math. He is in another homeroom, but they see him fit better with my teacher because she is so hands-on. And 3 IEPs for ELA. So we have all our students for math class, which is our first subject of the day. After math, we do not see them until after lunch. 7 of the students were involved in the data collection for my project, and I'm going to tell you about the top secret envelope that we went through. The way that I explained this to the parents that was going on, we had parent-teacher conferences, and I got to see 5 of my parents that I was pulling their students for. Explain to them what I was doing and why I was doing it, how this would not affect their grade at all. A couple of the parents asked me, could you still send me some of your research? So the kids got to take home their little charts that I made for them, showing their progress, because they each did their own progress charts. And to the ones that I did not get to talk to in the parent-teacher conference, we sent out an email on Class Messenger, which is where we communicate daily about our homework and what's going on in the school, and we were able to click to where they could respond to us. And this was private, no one else could see this. Why this question? I was fortunate enough to be in the same school for both of my placements. So that meant every day I got to go to lunch and eat with my new cooperating teacher. She is the one that does progress monitoring for 3rd grade. There are 3 classrooms in 3rd grade, and she has them all for progress monitoring. And she told me how their scores are not improving like they should from previous years. So we both sat down, we picked out math, and we picked out which computation test, because they take 2. They take MComp and ACAP. So that led to the question, well, how will the daily integration of math activities impact students' weekly comprehension scores? My literature review, it took me a while to find some literature on this, because everything that I was finding was about the earlier grades, how activities and play will help with math. For my first one, they talked about the younger grades, but it incorporated how this could help all grade levels. So I started reading some more into that, and they said if you start out young, whenever you're in preschool, playing with the blocks and the other manipulatives, that you're going to increase your math capability. So I kept on running, and it came to 3rd grade. I'm like, oh, they mentioned my grade. Let's talk about that. So it said how in 3rd grade, that's your year to shine. Once 3rd grade, it gets harder. So we have to make sure that our students know these easy facts by 3rd grade. In the second one, it talked about how several enrichment stations, which contain learning activities that go beyond those tasks at a diverse learning center. So whenever you're teaching it in the classroom, teachers do the whole class, and then break off into groups and allow them to have learning centers. You know that we learn better from doing. Allow task cards, which I'll talk about later. They'll help the students. It gives them a fun way to learn their math. And whenever you're having fun, the time goes by quicker and you retain more information. The purpose of the research was done to determine if student knowledge of common error patterns 2 or 3-digit subtraction with regrouping would help reduce future mistakes. This was actually taken from another action research project, to where 4 teachers got together and participated in it together, and then this teacher went on to write about an action research project. And her findings showed that whenever they incorporated these activities, it helped the students out. And then if children play a math game at school or at home without reflection afterwards, the chances are that they have wasted an opportunity for learning. So say we play Chutes and Ladders, to where we have to add the dice and then they get to move their piece. If we don't talk about like, well, what did you just do? There's no learning there. They're just thinking that they were playing a fun game. So we have to incorporate it back into the subject of math and learning. This one was taken from a website, but I really like the quote, so I wanted to include it. Some students appear to learn more when they are competing in a game or activity, while others seem like they are bored or possibly distracted. We played multiplication football. In multiplication football, you had 2 teams with a partner on each one. And they would roll the dice, and then whoever could say that fact quicker got the point for their team. And they got to take a little paper football and flick it through the goalpost. So my boys, that was their game. Like, you don't touch that game. They had to play it the entire time. And then these engagement activities are intended to facilitate the development of knowledge, skills, and attitudes that will enable the student to accomplish the previously intended lesson outcomes. So that's just taking back how the games correspond with your lesson. Don't talk about fractions in the lesson and then do a game about multiplication. Talk about fractions during a game. My methodology. I got to observe the first week of class, and I was going down to see the students beforehand, since I was right there down the hall from them, so that they would get to know my face and I could start learning theirs. Simple Solutions is done by the entire school. It has 15 problems on it a day, to where the student in 3rd grade, you'll have 2nd grade and 3rd grade problems. And this is just like a basic quick overview and like a wraparound of the whole year, what you'll learn, what you're expected to know, and where we're going. Drops in the Bucket is something I found online to incorporate into the classroom, and it had adding and subtracting, multiplying, fractions, money, and that was just kind of one of those morning works where whenever they came into school, they knew to sit down and get to work on it. Weekly word problems. We do monthly, weekly word problems. My teacher had this already incorporated, but I loved it so much, I now have the flash drive that has each of them on to use in my classroom someday. They had adding, subtracting, multiplying so far for December. And then created worksheets, which I have examples over there, is where I would create a worksheet that focused on adding and subtracting, and the students would get to work on that, and then they would come to me and I would check it, and I would go over how they're missing, why they're missing that problem, and how to help improve it throughout the future. And then task cards. I use Teachers Pay Teachers. And my teachers love that, so I made them all sets so they have them. And they were about adding, subtracting, fractions, and then there's the multiplication football. Student work. This is one of my students working on the computations test that I assessed them, and each problem is worth different points. If you have a problem that is addition going vertical, it would be worth 1 point. And then if you have it horizontal, it would be worth 2 points. Multiplication was worth 3 points, division was worth 3 points. So I told them, I said, these ones mean more points for you, these ones are less, but they're your simple, easy ones that you know. So as we progressed, I started to see a change because we got into multiplication, and where they started to focus all of their time at was on the multiplication, because they knew that it was worth more points. So it was kind of like a test strategy. Get the ones done that's going to give you the most points to make sure that they're right. This is our December weekly word problem. It has Monday, you have 3 problems. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 3 more problems. And on Friday, you have to write your own word problem. Drops in the bucket is set up by day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4, and then on day 5 they do take a test that goes into the grade book. And then right here is a picture of our Simple Solutions book, and it just incorporates everything from 2nd and 3rd grade. And then these are all of the fun activities, games that I had for the students to play during learning centers. If they finished their work early, they knew that they were allowed to go and grab the envelope that had those in it. Right here is my data chart for the students with the IEPs. I wanted to separate these 3 just because, yes, they are only for ELA for the IEP, but a lot of them struggle because they can't read the problem. They have their math facts, but they just don't know how to say the problem out loud. And as you can see, this is student A, and student A decreased because the last time that we took the test, he was starting to get the flu and was running to the bathroom. Student B is one of my higher students during the whole test. And then student C, he is the lower one of the group, and he has no confidence at all. He has no support at home, and that has really affected him. And I've been like, he's been my little buddy, and we have been progressing in every subject. And then these are my other students that I did. I had 7 students, and they all progressed together as a whole group. And right here, it shows our growth as a class. The interpretation of the data, student A, he went down by 5 points, but I really do believe that it's just from him being sick. I did not get another chance to test him. He's been out for the last couple of days. Student B stayed consistent, went down by only 2 points, which is major for him. Student C went up by 19 points. Student D up by 29 points. Student E, 8 points. Student F up by 15 points. Student G up by 24 points. So this is something that I want to incorporate into my classroom. They all had tremendous growth, and I'm very proud of them, and this was our top secret mission. So I was glad with that. And then right there are my sources.